Welcome back everyone to another part of my Crash Bash 200% walkthrough with me, Ridge Renegade. This is part 30, and in part 30 we are going to be covering Beach Ball, Tilt Panic, Pogo Go-Go, Space Bash and Desert Fox. What I'm going to do is exactly the same as the last part, is I'm going to explain my personal strategies onto how to actually win in these mini-games. I do believe there are some particular strategies that will help you gain those precious platinum relics. So, getting back onto Beach Ball, what you want to try and do is try to gain maybe a 3 to 4 point lead from the opponents. Now that does sound pretty hard, and I can assure you it is, but there is a way to do it, and it's all really within the angles, so to speak. And a lot of people are going to be thinking I'm talking some mad rubbish here, but it is true. And the only way you can really get out all the opponents equally is to make sure that your ship is at an angle when you collect the balls, so that way if you do a 7-10 split, a 3-way shot, or even if you're just firing one single shot when you're absorbing the balls, that you can assure yourself that you get the opponent out. And essentially what I'd like to also mention is that whoever has the lowest amount of points, it's probably best to team up with them. Try to, or basically just say to yourself, okay, I'm not going to eliminate this person, I should work on getting the rest down. And that can help as well, and you'll see the effort of teamwork with the computer. But I do want to explain a couple of glitches in this level which has happened multiple times to myself. One of the main glitches that has happened already is what I like to call ball rebound, and essentially what that is a ball will come to your ship very slowly, and some reason it will sort of bounce around the ship or go curve around the ship and come out back into the field without scoring any points. And it's very obscure how that happens. It's very rare, and there's no particular way to make that work 100% of the time, but it does happen, and you will see it a lot more. So just quickly getting back into the match, Cortex has got 3 points now, he's got 2, he's got 1, we've got 5, so we're going to go all out, we're going to absorb as many as we can, and we're going to do an all-out assault by launching all of them at once and eliminating Cortex, which means that we win the first round. Now another glitch that does happen, which I'm going to explain, now I have got footage of this but it wasn't in this set, is that if you absorb 4 balls. Now I don't think you're supposed to be able to do this, but you can. Sometimes you can absorb 4 balls and you can shoot them all and they will all go out to the opponents. Alternatively, what also happens is some of the time 1 ball will be glowing white, and if you let all these go, 3 balls will go out like a normal 3-way shot, and the glowing ball will go back into your goal and sort of ignore your ship completely, which is completely bogus because essentially you screwed yourself over, and most of the time the computers will push the balls back towards you, which means that you can lose a lot of points quite quickly, and especially when you have 12, if 4 or 3 balls go into your goal, then that is a game changer right there. The only way you can get around that is to extra kick the moment you let go. If you're trying to push it with the magnetic push, is as soon as you let go of that X button, you need to press square straight away to bounce that ball that was going to go into your goal away, and that's the only way you can do the quadruple shot, if you really want to call it that. Yes, and I'm going to name the shots. Little personal trait. But as for strategies, as of now, I can see that Tiny's got 2, and he's trying to get myself out as I am the leader in regard to points. Tiny's now got 3, Cortex got 2, and Koala Kong has got 3. Right, so Cortex is nearly eliminated, so we're going to wait for him to, and there's a nice 7-10 split from Koala Kong. Cortex is now out. I've got 4. Right, I blocked the 2 goals successfully, but let 2 balls in, which was not good at all. That means now I've got to try to work on Koala Kong and also watch out for Tiny. And Tiny's got 1 goal. Now Tiny's been eliminated, Koala Kong's got 1, I've got 1. I'm going to fire a 2-way split, 7-10 split, one of them bounces off the corner, one of them goes into Koala Kong. Luckily it didn't go bad for me, and then that is that, second round. Quickly jumping onto the third round here. Now another key factor is you do want to play patiently in this game, like you want to play calm and collective. You don't want to be very angry playing this, because it will not work. Like maybe on Space Bash, yeah, it will. In this, no. Another little trick as well, yeah, I forgot to mention, is that you can actually make the balls go in a different direction, and only if you shoot the ball directly when it's coming towards you. Like, if the ball's coming diagonally down and you're thinking, oh, I don't want to go towards my goal, I want it to, say, go towards Tiny's goal, you can sort of, if you are very good at the angle of your shot, you can hit the extra kicked ball or magnetic pushed ball into that ball, which would then push it the other way. It's very good. I mean, now, reflecting back on what I said about the lead, as you can see, I have now got 4 balls, which looks like it's nigh on impossible to actually make a comeback. But if you remember those strategies, you remember those little techniques that I pretty much mentioned throughout every time I've done beach ball, you will be absolutely fine. So I'm thinking it's probably not best to do any magnetic kicks unless I can gather all of the balls at the same time. Now, everyone's nearly equal from myself, it's just Cortex we've got to work on. Okay, so Koala Kong is now eliminated throughout the remainder of beach ball. Now, what I'm thinking of doing when I was actually playing this is, right, I need a team up of Tiny now, as he's got 3, I've got 3, and Cortex has got 2, so the power of teamwork will prevail. Tiny's got 1 goal. Cortex is still showing that he is the evil scientist of pinball. And now that was a very good 7-10 split from Tiny. Tiny is now being eliminated. Cortex is going to shoot 2 goals, and he eliminates himself by doing so. That gamble did not pay off at all. And that is our Platinum Relic for Beach Ball. Now going on to Tilt Panic. Now, there isn't really too much of a strategy for this. It's one of those you gain the item and then there's this little strategy. So Cortex and Tiny and Coco rather have already been pushed off, which is good because Coco is annoying as hell. Like, she's one of the most annoying characters if you ever get her in this type of minigame. One little trick is you can try to push the opponent behind the walrus so that way they get trapped. And sometimes it works, but on the opponents I had, it never seemed to work. They managed to always get out of it. I would not say to go on the laser yourself, because again, you can get screwed over. You may get shrunk, you may get bigger, but really you want the lightning strikes. So you want to bash into them, and then you want to boost away from them, run around in circles, and then they'll get shot, they'll fall off, and a fish will come up for celebration dance. And that is pretty much what you want to do, and what you need to be doing in this minigame as a whole. You don't really want to be going head on, especially for myself against anyone like Cortex, anyone that has a 1-bar push, because that is the strongest type of push. And Dingodile got pushed off. Cortex eliminated himself again. The Walrus came up and said hello. And this is the problem with Coco, like, she's very persistent. And on top of that, she's got the same level of strength push as myself, so it makes it extremely hard for me to get her off. So I'm going to let her get that laser. She's got the weight power up. She's trying to push me off. She failed to. We're going to try to hit her as quickly as we can. We pass on the weight. She's about to fall off. And now she's about to be squashed. And then the fish comes out for another little celebration dance. And it's a shame that Polar is smaller than the actual fish. The fish could probably eat Polar, actually. So, on to the 3rd and final round of Tilt Panic. Now, Dingodile got the laser by coincidence as the laser is right above him, so this is going to be very hard now as all of them are on the actual arena. Cortex got a lightning strike, Ryu gets shocked besides him, Dingodile and Coco go off, he tries to boost me off and fails and misses, keeping me in the game. Now, this is very key, we need to try to get the next item, or when he wastes his boost to try to push him off, as we've got 2 and Cortex has only got 1. It takes him a lot longer to recover his boost. So Cortex got the actual weight power up, so we just need to run away from him for the next couple of seconds of the remaining match, and then we will have won in 3, 2, 1, and we've won, and that's Cortex's giant head squashed for the night. And that is a 2nd Platinum Relic within Warp Room 2. So, going on to Pogo A Go-Go. One of the main strategies that I personally have is try not to use the lightning weapon or the zap. The main reason being is that it does keep you stationary and you can't really gain points with it even if you hit an opponent. And the best thing to do is to get the 4-way missile, because as you can see there, Dingo hit me and he was managed to move and still gain a few more points to add up, so when he can bank it, he will then get a bigger score. And that's what you want to try to do. You want to try to get these speedy shoes, or alternatively you want to use the speedy shoes in combination with the 2-way and 1-way arrows. And another key factor of this is, if everyone remembers back in the trophy run, it says that if you stay near your area of the colours, then it's a lot easier for you to gain points, and it is significantly easier. Now keep in mind, if you are playing cooperatively with a friend or a family member doing adventure mode, then the first player wants to stay near yellow, and the second player wants to stay near the red. And that is what you want to do. You want to try to go out there for the items. If you can get speedy shoes, go all the way over to your area, gain a couple of points, and you want to try to aim for over 100 each, or if you're doing single player, at least over 110. And you want to try to gain as many points as you can. So now it looks like Dingodile could catch up, but he's only got 2 seconds. Can he make something happen? No, he can't. And we have won by a very good margin, 140. So now on to round number 2. So Dingodile got the first arrow, Crash got the first 4-way missile, we both scored. I'm currently in the lead with Rillaboom. We got 21 points. It's a shame though that like not a lot of people actually do like Rillaboom. Like, I personally like him, and I'm surprised that he wasn't in very many other games. Like, it seems like this was like sort of the exclusive character for this game and this game alone. It's like even Enchance in the later games made a reappearance. But you know, it would have been cool if Rillaboom did come back, or in a past game, or even a future game, which I don't think will happen. But you know, that's just me. But we still got these classics to live with. So now we've got 90 points, and Coco's wasting her speedy shoot by going around in a complete circle and just covering the same squares that she was already covered. And now this is pretty much in the bag, because everyone's got about 50-60 each, so it's just a matter of just gaining a few more points and then just holding tight for the remaining of the round. I get a 2-way arrow and get shot. You can see speedy shoes, but Coco's going to get them and then just completely deplete my squares. So I need to try and gain some points as quickly as I can just to ensure victory, and it doesn't matter because no one managed to gain or bank any points, and that is the second round. Now I also like the fact that, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but the green cargo and the red cargo box has Crash Construction, and a nice little reference. I mean, they did work hard on some of these references here and there. I do believe this is probably a very fun party game. Definitely not the best, I'll definitely admit that. There were definitely some problems with this game, especially with the AI, but it's a fun game regardless. So now anyway, I've got 16 points, and now Dingodile is in the lead by a considerable margin, which is very worrying, because if he gains any more points, then I may not be able to catch back up. And now Coco is nearly level with myself. So we need to work as hard as we can. We got zapped, we nearly got missiled afterwards, but because of the actual stun rate, we managed to survive the missile strike, which we didn't then though. Or then, and it looks like they're just missiling away for no apparent reason. Very cool. So we get 20 points now. One of the key things I'd like to mention is if it's 10 seconds near the end of the game, you want to go around in a small circle of about 9 so that you can gain a couple of points before the end of the round. We get 81, and that just about does it. So that is the Platinum Relic within Pogo A Go Go. So now we're going to go into my favourite stage in Warframe 2, Space Bash. Why? Well, number one, it's the future theme from Crash Bandicoot 3. A very fun level and stage indeed. But also because of the fact that it's just fun creating holes in this level. It really is, and you can really use that to your advantage. And keep in mind, the opponents will do significantly more damage than they would do in the trophy games, or the gem challenges, or even the crystal challenges. So my personal suggestion would be try to get the mask to ensure one hit of invincibility. It only lasts for a set period of time. Use the TNTs as much as you can. Try to create as many holes as you can. You don't want to go near nitros because they will take off at least 40% of your health regardless of what counter you are. You can. What I'd also say is, especially as I'm playing with Rillaboom, if you are Crash or Coco or say Dingo, if you spin the actual crates into the opponents, they will be hit by the stun, and sometimes a hole will be created below them, so that they're stunned, they can't move, they fall straight into the hole, which is nearly instant death. That's the first round completed, so going on to the second round now, which is going to prove my point of holes are fun in this game, especially with the AI. So anyway, that is, you just created a pretty good little area of a hole, and NBO helped out, and as you can see, Dingodile is now stuck. He will not move out of that area. And as you can see, I'm not capitalized on this, I'm just missing And then the moment I'm about to hit him, he manages to jump over. And I honestly can't blame him for taunting that, because it is appalling. I could not capitalize at all. Another little trick is to maybe spin and then get a crate and hit them, as that will count, as the invisibility frames for some reason do not count during that. But anyway, we threw a crate into him, he was moving to the right, he fell off at the same time when we hit the crate into him, and that is round 2. So round 3, the final moment. Now I do believe this is probably one of my most played minigames in Crash Bash. I just seem to like just playing it. It just seems a lot of fun. Very easy, the holes play a big part of it. And I like what I did there personally, where Koala Kong threw a crate over to us, we span it the moment he ignited it, and it managed to hit him, which was completely by chance, but it worked out. So now Dingodile was at nearly full health, so we've got to seriously work on getting him down. So I tried running away from that, because I thought he actually hit the TNT, threw TNT in the face, done a considerable amount of damage, at least 20%. I'm going to throw a normal crate, which probably does around maybe, I don't know, 12%, or maybe 15%. I'd probably say 15% really. And then we give him a little double hit, throw another crate into him, and he should be gone in, no, now. And that is it, that is Space Bash completed. Not too much strategy there really, just crate holes, hold TNTs, use the crates, get one per fruit. And now we're going to be on Desert Fox. Very fun tank level, and I do like the tank levels as a whole. They are pretty fun. The same strategy sort of applies from Beach Ball, which is the angles. The one little advice that I'll give is if you place down a mine and it's turning red and you're thinking, I'm going to get hit by this, what I would personally suggest is to actually hit yourself. The reason why is because it only does about 5% damage or so, if that. And the weakest damage that you can get in the game is actually by hitting yourself. And you do have at least 2 to 3 seconds of invincibility during that, so if a mine's about to explode and you hit yourself before the mine ignites, everyone around you, like the people that was getting me cornered, will take the damage, and you won't. And I have to say, that is really the main strategy. I mean, obviously you should angle your shots so that you can hit the opponent. Now if you're Rillaboom or Dingo, you can fire 2 shots off at once. Now, with Cortex, he has one of the fastest shots in Embryo in the game. Crash has this very standard shot, very slow moving, but medium damage, and Tiny and Koala can have the most damaging shots in the game as a whole. So now, Crash is now dead, and we got to work on Tiny. Now, we do have the added advantage of being able to shoot twice, and Tiny can only shoot once, so we should be able to get him on the home straight, and we do. So that is round number 2. So round number 3, can we pull it off? I'm pretty sure we can. Right, so Crash and Cortex are going to be cuddling up in the corner there. And they both try to split away trying to get hold. Tiny's definitely going for me right about now, so we're going to shoot as much as we can. We're going to avoid the mine. Tiny's can take considerable amount of damage. Now it seems to be like Crash and Cortex are teaming up. If they all stay there, they should all get hit. Cortex got hit by his own mine and took at least 40% damage. Cortex got hit, and now we've got to work on Crash. Now we've got considerable more health than Crash, so we can take him out, even if he hits us a lot more. So we're down to about 45%. Crash is at a pixel of life, the magic pixel, and that is Warp Room 2 completed for Platinum Relics. So thank you guys and girls for watching, and in the next part